মনে ধরে টানবে, তবে কি হইতো কেমনে ধরে টানবে। রাধার মহিমা প্রেমার সীমা জগতে জানা তো কে। मधुर वृंद विपिन माधुरी प्रवेश चातुरी सा मधुर वृंद वरद युवती भावेर भक्ति शक्ति होय तो का। यदि गौरा न হইতো তবে কি হইতো যে মনে ধরে টান দে। राधार महिमा प्रेम रस सीमा जगत जाना तो के। गाओ गाओ पुनः गौरंग गुण सरल कोरिया मन। गाओ गाओ पुनः ये भाव सागरे यमुना धोया न देखिए गजा। Haribol?
If Lord Gaura had not appeared as the Yugavatar in this age of Kali, then what would have become of us? How could we have tolerated living? Who in this universe would have ever learned about the topmost limits of loving mellows that compromise the glory of Sri Radha? Who would have had the power to render ecstatic devotional service that follows in the footsteps of the damsels of Vraja? Indeed, the clever expertise of the Vraja Gopis is a prerequisite for entering the supremely sweet forest of Vrinda Devi. Oh, please sing again and again of the glorious qualities of Lord Gauranga. Just try to keep your heart simple. Not even one person within this ocean of nescience has ever seen such a magnanimous personality as he. Even though I chant the holy name of Lord Gauranga, somehow I still have not melted in ecstasy. How then have I maintained the burden of this body? How has the Creator fashioned this body with a stone in place of Vasudeva Ghosha's heart?
Vasudeva Ghosh ki
Jai.
So is my sound loud enough in the last? Can you hear? Sound is good? Not good. Haribol? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Now better now? Yeah? Okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Welcome all of you for this class on Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in front of the Rathcart. It's a very interesting 13th chapter of the Madhya Lila. You're able to see? Is it big enough? Huh? We will begin with this. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ecstatic dancing from the 81st shloka onwards. There are 2-3 very interesting and important sections in this chapter. We will try to touch as much as we can. Hey Mata Haila Krishnera Rate Arohana Tara Age Prabhu Nachaila Bhakta Gana. So as Lord Jagannath was moving in his cart, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inspired all the devotees to dance. Age Shunag Jagannatera Gundicha Gamana Tara Age Prabhu Yeche Karila Nartana. Now hear about Lord Jagannath going to Gundicha temple while Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he danced before the Rathcart. Hey Mata Kirtana Prabhu Karila Katakshana Apana Udyoge Nachayila Bhakta Gana. So initially Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was himself leading Kirtan and making all the devotees dance. After some time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided that I will dance now. Then what he did? आपने नाचितयवे प्रभु रमन हैला सात संप्रदाय तबे एकत्र करेला. You all may be aware that in front of the Jagannath's Rathcart there were four groups of Vaishnavas, four circles dancing. The side there were two and one behind. Totally how many? 7. 4 plus 2 plus 1. And in each of those circles Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing, and that was observed by Prataparudra before, by Lord's mercy. And now, when Mahaprabhu decided to dance, all the 7 groups came together, they merged, and they formed a big circle in the middle of which Lord Chaitanya was going to dance now. Shrivasa Ramai Raghu Govinda Mukunda Haridasa Govinda Nanda Madhava Govinda. So these are the personalities Mahaprabhu called, all combined together, because he is going to tell them to sing in a chorus the same raga of Hare Krishna. All of them will sing together and Mahaprabhu will dance now. Uddanda Nritya Prabhura Yabe Hailamana Swarupera Sangedila Yeina Vajana. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu jumped very high during the dancing, and he placed these 9 devotees whose names were given now in charge of Swarup Damodar, and Swarup Damodar would sing and they all would sing the same tune very loudly. They would sing, and Mahaprabhu also jumped very high. Yei Dashajana Prabhura Sange Gaya Dhaya Arasabha Sampradaya Charidike Gaya. So the devotees and Sarudamodar, all of them, sang along with the Lord, and they also ran besides him, and all the other groups of men also sang. Dandavat Kari Prabhu Yudi Dui Hata Urdhvamukhe Stuti Kare Dekhi Jagannatha. So the Lord offered obeisances with folded hands to Jagannath. Looking at the beauty of Jagannath, Lord Chaitanya offered many prayers. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Jayate Jayate Devo Devaki Nandano So Jayate Jayate Krishna Vrishnivansha Pradipaha Jayate Jayate Megha Shyamala Komalango Jayate Jayate Prithvi Bharanasho Mukundaha. All glory Supreme Personal Godhead, who is known as Son of Devaki, all glory Supreme Personal Godhead, who is known as the light of the dynasty of Vrishnis. All glory to Supreme Lord, whose bodily lustre is like that of a fresh newly born cloud, and whose body is as soft as a lotus flower. All glory to Supreme Lord, who appeared on this planet to deliver the world from the burden of demons. Prithvi Bharanasho Mukundao. Jayati Jayati Nivaso Jayati Jana Nivaso Devaki Janmavado Jadvara Parishat Swair Dorbir Asyana Dharmam Stirachara Vrijanagna Susmita Shri Mukhena Vrajapura Vanitanam Vardayan Kamadevam. So this is a verse I had completed in my previous lecture in Pune, I think. I finished. These are all prayers that Chaitanya offered to Krishna, and I'm going to continue further now. So this is a verse where he says, I am not a Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. I am not Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. Then who am I? I am only spirit soul, servant of Krishna. I have no other identity. These are all external bodily identities. I am simply servant of the servant of the servant of the maintainer of the gopis, who is Krishna. Like that he is saying. This is a very important verse also. Please repeat. Naham vipro na janarapatir, napi vaishyo na shudro, naham varni na chagrahapatir, no vanastho yatirva, kintu prodnan nikila paramananda, purnamritadir, gopi vartuk padakamalayur, dasa dasa anudasah. एतपडि पुनरपि करिल प्रणाम जोड़हाते भक्तगण वंदे भगवान. Is it big enough or it's small for all of you? Is it big? I can make it bigger if you want. 1 minute. Not big, no? So, having recited all these verses in the scripture, the Lord again offered his obeisances, and all the devotees with folded hands also offered prayers to the Supreme Lord Jagannath. Now comes the next section. After Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered the prayers, he goes into great ecstasy. उद्दंड नृत्य प्रभु करिया हुंकार चक्र भ्रमि भ्रमे यैचे अलात आकार. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and jumped high, roaring like thunder, and moving in a circle like a wheel, he appeared like a circling firebrand. See, if you take one fire torch and rotate it, it looked like a circular fire, isn't it? Like that Mahaprabhu rotated like a chakra. It looked like a wheel. Huh? Like that he rotated very fast. Nritya Prabhura yaha yaha pade padatala Sasagar Shaila Mahi Kare Thalamala. Wherever Mahaprabhu jumped and landed on the ground, and that pushed the earth in such a manner that it appeared that the mountains are tilting. Huh? And the earth was tilting. Like that he was dancing. Stambasveda Pulaka Ashru Kampa Vaivarnya Nana Bhave Vivashata Garva Harsha Dainya. So there are 8 symptoms that manifest in the body of a pure devotee, like tears well up in the eyes, hair stands on end, body trembles, body color changes. Like that, there are many symptoms that are explained here. So those symptoms manifested in Lord Chaitanya's body now. Yeah. So in this way, he fell down with a crash while dancing. Sometimes he rolled on the ground, like a golden mountain was rolling on the ground. Nityananda Prabhu Dui Hatha Prasariya Prabhu Re Dharite Chahe Asha Pasha Dhaya. Nityananda Prabhu wanted to stop Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from falling on the ground. So extending both his hands like this, he ran behind Mahaprabhu to capture him. So if he's going to fall on the ground, he thought I will catch him and make sure he doesn't fall. I think Nityananda Prabhu had to run behind him. Mahaprabhu was running very fast. So he was also running along with him. प्रभु पाचे बोले आचार्य करिया हुंकार हरि बोल भले बार बार. Now, not only Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya Prabhu also ran behind Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, loudly shouting, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Like that, Advaita Acharya was shouting, and he was also running behind him. Loka nivarite hailatina mandala. Pratama mandale nityananda mahabala. Now, seeing that Mahaprabhu, he is encircled by a lot of people coming towards him to see his beauty, see his dance. they decided that we will form a human chain around Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So 3 circles were formed. And the first circle was led by Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu told one group of devotees formed a circle. And the second circle was formed by Govinda Mukunda. They will form. And the third circle, you will see that. This is the first. So Nityananda Balram, he made the first circle. And Kashishwara and Govinda, they made a second circle around the Lord. And then the third circle was formed by Pratap Rudra and his personal assistants. They formed the third circle. So nobody could approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sometimes when some very big sannyasi or somebody comes, they form a chain around him. You've seen that? So that people don't crush and rush. And everybody want to catch his speed. So therefore they form a circle around him. So this way they made 3 circles. Hari Chandanera Skande Hasta Alambiya Prabhu Nritya Deke Radha Avishtahaya. So, as I told you, the third circle, who was there? Pratap Rudra. So he was putting his hand on the shoulder of his servant, whose name was Harichandan. Because he was a king, he has a servant standing next to him, putting his hand on the shoulder. And he was watching with great astonishment how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is dancing so beautifully. And Avishtahaya means his heart became ecstatic seeing the dance of Mahaprabhu, who was dancing in the Radharani's mood. Hena kale Srinivasa premavishtamana Rajar aage rahi deke Prabhura nartana. At that time, Srivas Thakur was exactly in front of Prataprudra king, blocking the way between Prataprudra and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prataprudra was trying to see Mahaprabhu like this, because Srivas was right in front of Prataprudra. So seeing that, Harichandan was not happy. Harichandan thought that, why is this fellow blocking? Because my king wants to see Mahaprabhu, this fellow is blocking the way. So therefore in the next verse it is said, Rajar aage Harichandana deke Srinivasa Hastetan Resparshi kahe how ye kapash. Ye kapasha. He's saying, hey, move aside this. Either you stay that side or stay this side. Don't block the way. Like that he wanted to tell to whom? Srivas Thakur. So he was pushing him, go that side, our king wants to see. But Srivas Thakur was in full ecstasy of the kirtan, completely absorbed. He was also dancing with Mahaprabhu, moving this way, that way, and then blocking the vision of Mahaprabhu. Nritya Veshe Srinivasa Kichui na jane. He was not knowing anything, what is happening outside. Bara bara thelete ho krodha hai lamane. Repeatedly being pushed aside. Imagine somebody pushing you like this again and again. Will you feel comfortable? He was not comfortable. He was wondering why somebody is pushing me. They are not allowing me to watch Mahaprabhu. He was thinking. Chapada Maria Tare Kaila Nivarana. Chapada Kaya Kruddha Haila Hari Chandana. So Shiva Thakur in great ecstatic love, he turned around and pat, he gave one slap. To whom? Harichandan, servant of the king. And Harichandan after Chapada Kaya, after taking that Chapada, Kruddha Haila, he became angry. Hey, this fellow, I am moving him aside, he is giving me a slap. He became angry. Kruddha Haya Tare Kichu Chahe Bali Bare. Apani Pratapa Rudra Nivarila Tare. Harichandan wanted to go in the front and ask Srivas, hey, why did you slap me? Don't you see? I am pushing you because king is standing behind. He wanted to give some clarification, but the king stopped Harichandan. No, don't go, leave him, he said. And the king told him, Bhagyavan tumi har hasta sparsha paila. Amara bhagya nahi tumi kritartha haila. Hey Harichandan, Bhagyavan tumi, you are a fortunate soul. Why? Because Srivas Thakur is one of the 5 Panchatattva associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhara, Srivas. Huh? So Srivas is none other than Narada Muni himself. He comes as Srivas Thakur. So for you to be slapped by him, getting his divine touch on your cheeks, you are so fortunate. भाग्यवान तुम्हें यहाँ हस्त स्पर्श पाइला हमारा भाग्य नहीं. I don't have the good fortune. If he slapped me, I'll be more happy. Adare is saying. तुम्हें कृतार्थ है. You should be grateful to him. You should go in the front and say, Srivas Thakurji, thank you very much. Because he is a great devotee and you are just a servant. Huh? Like that he told him. That is Pratapadra's mood. प्रभुर नृत्य देखी लोके हैल चमत्कार अन्य अचुक जगन्नाथ तेरा आनंद अपार. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing, everybody was astonished by seeing that ecstatic dance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani. So like Radharani and the Vijayabasis feel a great separation from Krishna. That is why, take the Mridanga, you see, there are ragas sung which are in the mood of separation. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So in this way, Mahaprabhu, when he danced in great feeling of separation, when he cried, all the Vaishnavas around, they cried. When Mahaprabhu laughed, they all laughed. And Mahaprabhu rolled on the ground like a golden mountain. That way he exhibited such great ecstatic love. Rathasthira kailage na kare gamana animisha netre kare nritya darashana. This is Jagannath's car came to a complete standstill and remained immobile uh, while Jagannath with unblinking eyes watching the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Lord Jagannath stopped the car and was watching the beautiful dance of Lord Chaitanya. So Jagannath is Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna but in the mood of Radharani. So it's as good as Radharani. Huh? He's watching the dance of Srimati Radharani. Subhadra Balaramera Hridaye Ullasa Nritya Deki Dui Janara Sri Mukete Hasa. Even Balaram and Subhadra, when they were watching, they had a great smile on their face, seeing the ecstatic love of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who represents the love of all the Brajabasis. So, now, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is offering prayers as the Brajabasis, on behalf of the Brajabasis, he is offering prayers to Krishna. Hey Mata Tandavan Nritya Kailaka Takshana Bhava Visheshe Prabhura Praveshilamana. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sang and danced more and more, the Tandavan Nritya, it is a devastating dancing he did. And in a particular ecstasy, his mind became imbued with more and more bhava for Lord Krishna. You will see, this is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement of chanting and dancing movement. When once Prataprudra was in the rooftop of his palace, along with his guru Sarvabhattacharya and Gopinathacharya, the Bengali Vaishnavas were coming from Bengal. And he heard that kirtan, very sweet kirtan Bengalis sing. I'll, I'll, I'll tell you what is the tune they generally sing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. So when Pratapadra heard it, he said, "Who are these new people I have never seen before?" Huh? And they are singing so sweetly. Aiche prema, aiche nritya, aiche haridvani, kaha nahi dekhi, aiche kaha nahi shuni. He says that I have never seen a kirtan like this. I have never seen a dance like this. Huh? They all are dancing very gracefully, with arms raised, with the tears in their eyes, and they're singing so melodiously. Huh? Aiche prema, aiche nritya, he said. Aiche haridvani. Huh? Kaha nahi dekhi, I have never seen anywhere. Kaha nahi shuni, I have never heard about it. And then Sarvabhattacharya said, this is called as Prem Sankirtan. What Sankirtan? It is springing from the hearts of the devotees. These are the Bengali Vaishnavas. The person coming in the front with a beard, the elderly personality, his name is Advaita Acharya Prabhu. He is the leader of the Vaishnavas in Navadvip. And following him behind, he said, I don't know all the names of the Vaishnavas, but Gopinath Acharya knows about everybody. So he told him to tell. So he's this, he's Mukunda, he's this. One by one, all the names he said. Those who Chandrasekhar Acharya, for example, Shivas, all the names one by one he introduced. So that is the first time Prataprudra heard the Gaudiya Kirtans or the Bengali Vaishnavas entering Jagannath Puri. He understood that Lord Chaitanya's associates are very special people. So when they would do Kirtan, they would do in a chorus. And it would be like one voice in unison, loudly it'll completely explode in the whole sky. It is said, the Rathayatra parade, different Vaishnava groups came from different places. From Navadvip, one group came. From Srikhanda, another group came. Like that, different Vaishnava associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came from different places. Shantipur group of Vaishnavas came. So when they came, how it was? It is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It was like clouds in the sky. From different corners, clouds come. You've seen sometimes they move in a group. So they were like a group of clouds, 200 Vaishnavas, 300 Vaishnavas, 500 Vaishnavas. Like Yatra you've seen in Mayapur or Vrindavan, groups come. You've seen that? Like that they were coming in groups, like clouds. And also the clouds sometimes rumble in the sky. You heard that, like that. Similarly, these Vaishnavas were also carrying Mridangam, Kartal, and they were all doing loud kirtan. One tune was coming from different direction because they were singing in their own groups. Hare Krishna Kirtan and dancing. And just like the clouds pour down, rains, like the tears were springing from the eyes of the Vaishnavas when they were singing and dancing in great ecstasy. They had forgotten the external world completely. They were dancing and singing like that. So that is compared to the clouds sound. Clouds sound is a haridvani, and clouds water rain pour is compared to the tears from their eyes, and the group of clouds is compared to the groups of Vaishnavas coming like that. They were all assembling for the Rath Yatra coming. So in this way, they all are especially coming to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his dance and his kirtan. तांडव नृत्य चाडी स्वरूप रे आज्ञा दिला हृदय जानिया स्वरूप गायिते लागेला. At one time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped his dancing and turned to Swarup Damodar and said, Swarup, you sing, he told him. See, who is Swarup Damodar? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna in the mood of Radharani. And Swarup Damodar is Lalita Saki. And Ramanandra is Vishaka Saki. These two are the most intimate associates of Radharani. Radharani, if you see in some temples like Juhu temple, Chaupadi temple, they have Radha Krishna in the middle and this side, that side, whom do you find? Lalita and Vishaka, most intimate. They are like Radharani's teachers. Of course, they are assistants to Radharani, but Radharani has a lot of respect for them. So Swarup Damodar is Lalita Saki and Ramandra is Vishaka Saki. So he is turning to Lalita Saki and saying, please sing. And Swarup Damodar exactly knows the mind of Mahaprabhu. He sings what will please Mahaprabhu. So he is saying here, Seyita Parana Nata Paino. Yeah. Yahalagi Madana Dahane Jurigeno. So in this way he sings a song. Now I gained the Lord of my life, Jagannath, in the absence of whom I was burned by the Cupid and was withering away. So he's singing in this mood. And then he's, as Sarudamodar was singing, Mahaprabhu again began rhythmically dancing in transcendental bliss. And Dhire Dhire Jagannatha Kare Nagamana Aage Nritya Kari Chale Sachiranandana. As Jagannath Cart was moving slowly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also was dancing and going ahead. But now he will do an amazing thing. What he did. Jagannath netra diya sabe nache gaya. Kirtaniya saha Prabhu pache pache aya. While singing and dancing, all devotees in the front of Lord Jagannath kept their eyes on Jagannath. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then went to the end of the procession with Sankirtan performers. Jagannatha Magna Prabhura Nayana Hridaya Shri Hasta Yuge Kare Gite Ravinaya. So his eyes and mind fully absorbed in Lord Jagannath, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to play the drama of the song with his two arms. So even today you will find in front of the Jagannath cart some girls do dancing for the Gita Govindam. Or sometimes for this Kadachit Kalindi, that song also. Or sometimes they do some songs in relation to Krishna. Krishna's dance like Yashamati Nandan or Adaram Madhuram. These kind of songs, they do dance for the pleasure of Jagannath. So when a song is played, Mahaprabhu would hear the meaning of the song and accordingly move his hands and perform a dance. Gaurayadi pache chale shama hayasthire. Gaura aage chale shama chale dhire dhire. Sometime Mahaprabhu, while dancing, went to the side of the chariot. And Jagannath would wonder, where is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Without him, he wouldn't go forward. He would just put a stop immediately. And many people tried to move the chariot. They would bring sometimes a dozen elephants to pull the chariot. The elephants they won't be able to pull it. Then they would bring all the Palavans to pull. They pushed and pulled and Rath was not moving at all. Because Mahaprabhu was not seen in the front. Which goes to show, for Krishna, without the residents of Vrindavan headed by Srimati Radharani, there is no charm in Vrindavan for him. What makes Vrindavan so charming are the devotees of Vrindavan, headed by Srimati Radharani. So that and then Mahaprabhu later on would be approached by everybody. You are not able to move the Rath, what to do? Mahaprabhu would go behind the chariot and put his head like that. He would give and push. When he would give a push, then Jagannath cart would move ahead. After that, with a big rattling sound, kata, 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 then it would start moving ahead. Which shows that only the oceanic devotion of Radharani could make Jagannath move. Again, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would come in the front and dance. Like that he would do. This type of amazing pastimes he did. Hey mata gaura shyame dohe thela theli Swarate shamere rakhe gaura mahabali. Yeah. In this way, there was a sort of competition between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Jagannath in seeing who would lead. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so strong that he made Lord Jagannath wait in his car. He's saying. So, these purport points are given more precisely. I will show you. This is verse number 119. I'll just show you. Just a minute. See, the purport is important. And Prabhupada says in the purport, although Krishna neglected the inhabitants of Vrindavan, he could not forget them. Because he left Vrindavan and went to Dwaraka, but he couldn't forget them in Dwaraka. Dwaraka also, when Krishna was sleeping at night, the queens were seeing, Krishna was calling, Hey Sridama, Hey Sudama, Hey Radhe, Hey Lalite, Hey Vishake, like that he would be calling. And the queens were surprised. Hey, look at this fellow. He is lying here in Dwaraka, but he is calling names of residents of Vrindavan. His heart is in Vrindavan, body is in Dwaraka. And all the queens were coming and talking. So they were saying, we are very worried. If his heart is in Vrindavan, he will run back to Vrindavan. What will happen to us? Huh? Then Brahma thought that to keep Krishna in Dwaraka, he made one Gupta Vrindavan behind the Dwaraka palaces. He made all the characters of Vrindavan like Lalita, Vishaka, Tungavidya, Rangadevi, Sudevi, all of them, and also Shidama, Sudama, Madhumangal, and Bhadra, Vrishabha, Stoka Krishna, Ansha, Anshu, all these different covered boys, covered girls, murtis he made. And he made Yamuna, he made Govardhan, he made the hill of Govardhan. So if you go to Dwaraka, behind the Dwaraka palaces, you may see the whole Vrindavan, as if you are going to Vrindavan. Just like in Govardhana village in Bombay, if you go, you see all the different parts of Vrindavan. Like that, Brahmaji had made. And Krishna, in the dead of the night, sometimes he would get up. And any of you have a habit of walking in the sleep? You know that? Some people have a habit of walking in the sleep. So Krishna had that habit, walking. In the middle of the night, he would get up, he would walk. And the queens also would go to watch. And then he would go and meet all these different personalities, seeing them as if he is in Vrindavan. He was so much attracted to the Vijayvasis. That's why he's saying here, although Krishna neglected the inhabitants of Vrindavan, he could not forget them. Thus, in his opulent Rath Yatra, he was returning to Vrindavan. In the role of Srimati Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was examining whether the Lord still remembered the inhabitants of Vrindavan. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell behind the Rathcart, Jagannath Dev stopped to show that I have not forgotten you. Lord Jagannath agreed that without the ecstasy of Srimati Radharani, he could not feel satisfied. While Jagannath was waiting, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his ecstasy came forward to Krishna. Then Lord Jagannath would proceed very slowly. In that competition between Chaitanya's ecstasy and Jagannath's ecstasy for Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emerged successful, he's saying. Yeah. नाचिते नाचिते प्रभुर हैला भावांतरा हस्ततुली श्लोक पढ़े करी उच्चैश्वर. And with great bhava dancing like this, Mahaprabhu told one shloka here. It said, Yah kaumarahara yeva hi varasta yeva chay. This is how this meter goes. Yah kaumarahara yeva hi varasta yeva chaitrakshabas techonmilita malati surabhayaha prauda kadamba nilaha. सा चैवास्मि तथापि तत्र सुरत व्यापारलीला विधौ रेवारोदसी वेतसी तरुतले चेतस्तमुत्कण्ठते. He's saying, oh my dear Krishna, you are the same Krishna, I am the same Srimati Radharani. But now there is a great difference because, when you were in Vrindavan, there was a Kadamba forest, there was Yamuna flowing, you were playing on your flute, you had a peacock feather, the humming bees, bumblebees were humming, the cuckoos were cooing, peacocks were dancing, and there was a fragrance of the flowers from the Kadamba forest. All these things were very pleasant to the mind, pleasing to the mind, and you were a very simple coward boy. But now the same Krishna, you are in Kurukshetra, wearing the dress of a king, wearing a mukut and kundal and kavacha, carrying a bow and arrow in the rattling chariot. This is not at all pleasing. She said, come back to Vrindavan in that beautiful environment of Vrindavan. All your mother, father, everybody want to see you in that form. Like that she says. So, ye shloka Mahaprabhu pade bara bara स्वरूप बिना अर्थ के ना जाने हार. Actually, other than Swarup, Damodar, nobody could understand what was this song Mahaprabhu was singing. As one more person who understood the meaning is Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami and Saru Damodar, only two of them understood what Mahaprabhu is singing. Common people didn't understand. Common people know Jagannath is Krishna, but they don't know that Jagannath is being pulled back to Vrindavan from Nilachal to Sundarachal. Nilachal is Vaikunta. Sundarachal is Vrindavan. Huh? So, in this way, Mahaprabhu's ecstasy was not easily understood by all. Now, see, Purvayaiche Kurukshetra Saba Gopigana Krishnera Darshana Paya Anandita Mana. And all the gopis saw Krishna in Kurukshetra, they became delighted. Eh? Here he has come and we all have come also from Vrindavan. Jagannath deki prabhu se bhava uthila. Sei bhava vishtahaya dhuya gavayaila. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Jagannath, he exactly saw Krishna in Kurukshetra, where all the Vajabasis saw Krishna in Kurukshetra. Like that Mahaprabhu saw. And therefore Mahaprabhu now was calling Krishna back to Vrindavan in the same mood. Avashesha Radha Krishna Kare Nivedana. Sei tumi sei ami sei navasangama. So now Radharani, representing the whole crowd of Vrajabasis who had gone to Kurukshetra, she is going to speak now. Very amazing verses will come now. You will see that. So she is saying, Iha lokaranya hati goda rata dhvani. Aha pushparanya bringa pikanada shuni. In Kurukshetra there are crowds of people, elephants, horses, also rattling of chariots. But in Vrindavan there are flower gardens, humming bees, chirping of birds. Iha raja vesha sange sabha kshatriya gana. Aham gopa vesha sange murali vadana. See, Iha Rajavesh, now you are wearing Rajavesh now. Along with you, all the Kshatriya fellows have come also with you. Whereas in Vrindavan, you are in Gopavesh, like a covered boy. And Sangam Murali Vadana, you play on the flute, you don't have any weapons and instruments in your hands. Raje Tomar Sange Sukha Swadana. Sei Sukha Samudrera Yehana Hi Ekakana. See, Vrindavan, the joy we all got in Vrindavan by your playful pastimes, that is oceanic bliss. And now what we see you in Kurukshetra is not even a drop of that ocean. They are saying like that. Amalaya punalila karha Vrindavane. Tabe amar mano vancha hayata purane. So, I therefore request you to come to Vrindavan and enjoy pastimes with me. If you do so, my ambition will be fulfilled. Bhagavate Achayaiche Radhika Vachana Purve Taha Sutra Madhye Kariyachi Varnana. So in Bhagavatam, this is all described. So here Kaviraj Goswami is going to explain how Mahaprabhu, in the mood of Radharani and Gopas Gopi, is going to call now. From here it's going to start now. It's a very, very beautiful prayer. It's a different tune. Everybody can try to sing it. Anyera hridaya mana mora mana vrindavana mane vane yeka kari jani. Anyera hridaya mana mora mana vrindavana mane vane yeka kari jani. Taha tomar padadvaya karha yadi udyaya udaya tabe tomar purna kripa mani. He's saying, Anyera Hridaya Mana Mora Mana Vrindavan. In this world, everybody's mind is attached to something or other. Whereas my mind is Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu is saying. Mane vane ekakari jani. Understand that my mind and the Vrindavan Dham are non-different. We are all carrying Krishna in our hearts, as Brajabha says. And our heart is non-different from Vrindavan. So if you come to Vrindavan, you will also occupy a place in our hearts. Therefore, we are calling you back. And taha tomar padadvaya karaha yadi udaya. If your two lotus feet awaken in our minds and hearts, tabe tomar purna kripa mani. That time I will consider that I achieved the highest grace in my life. See, what is the meaning of Krishna's lotus feet awakening in our heart? Which means you have become fixed up in bhakti, Krishna, Shuddha bhakti. That means in this world you will see everybody is attracted to something, but somebody becomes attached to something. Attraction and attachment are not same. Attraction is preliminary. Attachment is more advanced stage. For example, a child is looking at a toy in a shop, is attracted. Like when I was a small kid, I was attracted to an aeroplane in a shop. So it was multiple colors, making sounds also. Colorful bulbs are there. So I was walking with my father and I stopped. My father was going ahead. Then he came back and said, "Hey, come, let's go." I said, "This aeroplane is attracting me. Then let us go inside." So we went in. In those days, it was 2000 rupees. Very costly. Father said, "It's too costly. You cannot buy that." I said, "I like the plane so much. I'm going to stay in the shop. You go home," I told him. I became so attached to it. Then the father was wondering what to do. Then he told me, "If you get first rank in the class, then I'll give you the plane," he said. Then I agreed. So every day while going to school, I'll spend some time in the shop, see the plane, go to school. Gradually, from fourth rank, third rank, second rank, after 6 months, I came to first rank. I ran with my progress report to my father and said, "Papa, see your first rank." Then he patted me and said, "Good boy." I said, "What good boy? Aeroplane." So, see, this is the meaning of attachment. Attachment means you are constantly thinking about it. Yeah. Before that aeroplane, my father gave me, when I was still smaller, he gave me one wooden horse. You know that? Colorful wooden horse. We were so attached to it, the night when you sleep, morning you get up. Even before brushing the teeth, you sit on the horse like this. Sometimes you call your friend also, you also sit behind. Only thing is the horse can never go ahead. Same place it will be doing. You know? So we all become attached to something. But if you are attached to something, you will think about it how much time in the day? 24 hours you will think about it. So that's what he is saying. Tahan tomar padadvaya. If one has become Krishna conscious, 24 hours one will be thinking, how can I please Krishna? How I can serve Krishna? In some way or other. One will not waste a single moment. So therefore, please awaken such Krishna consciousness in our heart. Prananata shunamora satya nivedana. Raja Amar Sadana, Tahar Tomar Sangama, Na Paile Narage Jivana. Yeah. Hey Prananath, O Lord of my life, Shuna, please listen. More Satya Nivedan. My truthful request, please hear. Raja Amar Sadana, Tahan Tomar Sangama, Na Paile Nahe Jahi Jivana. We cannot maintain our life without your personal presence in Vrindavan. We will die. But do you know why we are not dying? The Vajavasis have 5 reasons why they are not dying. The first reason they said, when you were leaving Vrindavan with Akrura, you gave a promise. Ayore, he said, I will come back. Ayase, he said, I will come back surely. Because you have given us a hope that you will come back. Therefore, we are maintaining our life. Secondly, they said, although we know you will be coming, we don't know when you will come back. Therefore, we were thinking of dying. But when we thought of dying, we were afraid. Why? After we die, if you come, then who will take care of you? Therefore, we lived. So that when you come back, you should not find Vrindavan empty. Thirdly, we were not living our life because Narada came, Uddhava came. They gave us hope that you are surely going to come back. And not only that, once Balaram visited Vrindavan and he also gave us hope that he will come back. And also when you go to Govardhan Hill, when you go to Yamuna, when you go to Kadamba forest, when we hear the cuckoo cooing, we think you are only calling us. So those pastimes spots. As soon as we go there, we are remembering you very much. So that remembrance is actually taking us and keeping our lives. So in this way, they gave many reasons why they are maintaining their life. But you are our very life, they are saying. पूर्वे बुद्धवद्वारे एवे साक्षात् हमारे योग ज्ञान का हीला उपाय तुम्हें भी दग्ध कृपा माया जान हमार हृदय मोरे ऐचे कहिते ना युआया You see, you sent Uddhava with a sandesh, but what sandesh did you send us? See, Krishna sent only one line sandesh. Anybody knows what was written there? Only one line letter. Is there anybody who will write a one line letter to you? That one line was explained by Uddhava in 3 months purport. Huh? Uddhava gave 3 months purport to that one line. The one line was, my dear gopis, since I am present in the hearts of all living beings, you are never separated from me. That's all. 12 o'clock? Oh, we are supposed to finish by 12. Time is up now. So, there are a few more verses. Probably I will continue in the next class and I'll finish. We may need another 15-20 minutes. But we will do that and then we will go ahead also. But how many of you are able to relate with this? You are able to connect with this? Almost half only are raising hand. Is it understood? How many of you find little difficult? It's not very easy to grasp. There are a few hands up. Actually, this is a very important section for Brahma Madhav Gaudiya Sampradaya followers, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, because these pastimes are about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you are all able to connect with it? Is it actually, these words are not very difficult, but the substance is very deep, it is. So why Harichandan was slapped by Srivas? Why did Prataparudra appreciate it? Anybody can say? Prataparudra was telling Harichandan, don't fight back. You are fortunate, he said. If somebody slaps you, will you consider it fortunate? Why he considered it fortunate? It's a Vaishnava slap. It's a slap by a Vaishnava. Which goes to show who is spiritually advanced, Harichandan or king? King. He is spiritually advanced. Harichandan was not a great devotee. Therefore, he became angry on Srivas. Whereas Prataparudra was advanced. So there are some more nice pastimes like this. We will do it in the next class I do, okay? Shri Prabhupada ki, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki. Okay, how many of you want me to continue? If you want to continue, you say Hari Bol. The next time I will continue this. Then I won't change the subject then. Or if you find it very difficult, you say that Prabhuji is all too advanced to speak something simple, then I will go to a simpler topic next time. So how many of you think I will continue next time?